Buying any crash damaged car is a huge risk. I should know.
What would you do if your entire life suddenly hit a dead end? Would you give up? Or would you find a way to rebuild from scratch, just like fixing a crashed supercar? That's exactly what Mat Armstrong did. He's not just fixing cars, he's rebuilt his entire life. From being a BMX daredevil to becoming one of the most watched car restorers on YouTube, Mat's story is all about turning wreckage, both literal and personal, into something amazing. Most of us know Mat today as the guy who takes wrecked Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Porsches, and Rolls Royces and gives them a second life. His videos get millions of views, and his channel is basically a masterclass in supercar transformations. But what you might not know is that cars weren't actually his first passion. In fact, he never set out to become a YouTuber who restores luxury cars. His story starts in a completely different lane. Growing up in the UK, Mat had two big influences. One was his father, Tony Armstrong, a skilled mechanic who taught him how to fix things in the garage. The other? The world of BMX biking. For Mat, BMX wasn't just a hobby, it was his life. He loved the adrenaline, the danger, and the thrill of pulling off high-speed, high-flying stunts that most people wouldn't even dare to try. In 2013, Mat launched his first YouTube channel, not for cars, but to share his BMX adventures. But with BMX, there's always a risk. One moment, you're on top of the world. The next, you're dealing with injuries that can change everything. That's exactly what happened at the BMX World Championships. Mat attempted a 720 tail whip, a trick that could have put him at the top. But mid-air, his shoulder dislocated. He still qualified in 16th place, but the injury worsened over time. Eventually, Mat had to face the hard truth. His BMX career was over. Now imagine that for a second. You spend your whole life building toward one dream, and suddenly it's ripped away from you. What do you do next? For Mat, this was one of the toughest moments of his life. He was stuck at a crossroads, trying to figure out how to move forward. He picked up odd jobs, worked in retail, and did whatever he could to pay the bills. But deep down, he was still searching for something that would make him feel alive again. That's when cars started taking over his life.
They only put windows in the car so you can put them down to hear that.
At first, it was just a way to pass the time, tinkering with small mods and teaching himself repairs. But the more he worked, the more he realized it wasn't just a hobby anymore. It became his new creative outlet, helping him rediscover the purpose he'd lost after leaving BMX. Then came the project that changed everything.
Hannah has left me the keys for the Audi TT. Even though this channel is called Mat Armstrong BMX, we seem to be going more down the route of a lot of car videos at the minute.
After his girlfriend Hannah's Audi TT was wrecked, instead of scrapping it, Mat bought it back from insurance for just £600. Fixing it wasn't just about the car, it was about proving to himself he could rebuild something broken.
My car's back!
Car's back.
It doesn't even look like my car.
He filmed the process and posted it online. At first, growth was slow, but things took off when Richard Hammond from Top Gear reacted to one of his videos, putting Mat on the map. From there, his channel exploded. He started taking on bigger, crazier projects. He rebuilt a Bentley and landed his first big sponsorship. He restored an Audi RS6 that he bought at auction for £20,000. And after fixing it up, he made a £15,000 profit. But perhaps his most talked about project was the Rolls Royce Wraith that once belonged to Premier League football star Marcus Rashford. The car had been written off after an accident. Most people would have walked away from it, but not Mat. He bought it for £185,000, spent countless hours fixing it, and ended up investing a total of £324,000 into the rebuild. That sounds like a lot, but when you consider that the car originally cost £700,000, it was still a win. As his projects grew bigger, so did his YouTube career. One of his viral hits was a VW Golf R restoration video, edited down to just 10 minutes, though the real work took much longer. But the message was clear. Mat had mastered the art of grabbing attention while showing real, hands-on skill. His subscriber count kept rising, and soon he was working with car brands, collaborating with creators, and tackling projects most people wouldn't even dare to try at home. But with fame comes scrutiny. Are Mat's rebuilds really safe? Would these restored cars survive another crash? Some viewers questioned whether Mat's rebuilds are truly safe or as durable as factory-new supercars. To his credit, he didn't shy away from the criticism. He often responds directly, showing the technical details and assuring his audience that safety and legal standards are always a priority. But here's where things take a darker turn. Matt's journey has its controversies, something most people don't talk about. At one point, he faced accusations of outsourcing his car restorations, with critics claiming professional garages did the real work while he filmed the process and staged to make it look like a solo project.
Hi, my name's Matt. You might remember me from when I paid these guys to fix this car, then bought these shiny parts, and got this guy to fix everything while I made a fancy video production.
As you can see, I went to Mat Armstrong's workshop. Now, this is what he had to say about me posting a video on TikTok saying about like, oh my god, there's a Lamborghini Urus there and so. This is what they had to say. They said, "Hi Kyle, can we please request the removal of your 2 recent videos on both our own behalf and Mat Armstrong?"
However, Matt didn't let the rumors cast a shadow over his reputation. Matt addressed the rumors, showing more of the process on camera to prove he's hands-on, but it's still a part of his story that sparks debate to this day. Despite the critics, the number of people who admire Matt's work far outweighs those who question it, and honestly, it's not hard to see why. He makes the world of car restoration look exciting, creative, and above all, possible for the average person to understand. He also shares parts of his personal life, like his relationship with Hannah, who shares his passion for cars and even features in some of the videos. Eventually, Matt reached a point where his YouTube income was higher than his day job earnings. So at the end of 2019, he made another life-changing decision. He quit his job to become a full-time YouTuber. And how did he celebrate? By buying himself a Mercedes-Benz AMG A45 and heading off on a road trip to Monaco. Because when you rebuild supercars for a living, you might as well enjoy driving them too. Today, Mat Armstrong is more than just a YouTuber. He's a brand. With over 495 uploads to date, his main channel has over 4.8 million subscribers with 671 million total views. His net worth is estimated somewhere between 1 million and 3 million pounds. On top of his main channel, he runs 3 others: Mat Armstrong Mk2, Mat Armstrong Shorts, and Mat Armstrong ES. His influence in the car restoration world is massive, but through it all, he's stayed the same down-to-earth guy who started in a small garage, trying to figure things out after a career-ending injury. Interestingly, so the next time you watch one of Matt's videos where he transforms a destroyed supercar into something brand new, remember, there's a lot more behind that shiny finish. There's failure, struggle, hard work, and the determination to keep going no matter what. But Matt's story is just one of many. Who do you think we should talk about next? Let us know in the comments.